Hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to be casting this game between Mirawayas here, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, in the blue here at 1196 versus our player in the red, a Nala, or it could be Nola, but we're going to pronounce it Nala like Simba's sister from The Lion King. Okay, good idea. Let's set a card versus Aaron. So it looks like our player in the blue is playing Lightsworn. You know, it did get some popularity now that Lumina will be going back to 2, which is a pretty good card in Lightsworn. So yeah, milling that wolf really did help. But the thing when you attack with Aaron, the monster still does flip though. So if it is like a penguin soldier, perhaps, yeah, it'll still get its flip effect. Or you know, another Raikou, which is more realistic, or a Sangan. But the thing is, Sangan won't get its effect. It still does flip though. It should flip, but I guess it doesn't matter. We don't get to see it. But yeah, normally it would flip, so it's something to take into consideration. And our player's going to attack with Lila first, and then Wolf. Let's see. Ooh, and then Gores comes out at that 2100 attack. But our Lightsworn player already is going to be able to mill 6 cards during the end phase, so I think our Lightsworn player is in a really good spot here. I mean, even though he doesn't have an answer on the field right now to Gores, Judgment Dragon is the perfect answer to literally everything in the game. It's still one of the best cards, still has one of the best effects. Just because Judgment Dragon himself doesn't die. If Judgment Dragon blew up himself, then I think it'd be a little bit more balanced, but Lightsworn doesn't like to play balanced. They like to either beat you so hard, or they can just do nothing because they draw Wolf and a lot of other cards that they can't use at the moment. So main phase 2, let's see if he's going to set something. Lightsworn doesn't set too much. There's sometimes Beckoning Light, and occasionally people will run stuff like Solemn Warning. Who's going to Exceed? Interesting choice. The thing is, when you Exceed, you won't get the mill. I mean, I guess you can stall against that, but... Milling a Monster Reincarnation, not the greatest thing to mill, but I mean, he can stall with Utopia for a while. Perhaps he does not have Judgment Dragon in his hand, because if you did, you'd probably want to mill. He will pretty much be able to get out Judgment Dragon anyways, just because Raikou was another Lightsworn that was already in the graveyard. Enemy controller, so he's going to tribute that token, and he's going to take control over that Utopia. See. Ooh, he's gonna overlay for his... Oh, that's a really good option. I never thought of that. That is a really good idea, because then you could just econ someone's Utopia and just be like, it's cool, I'll make a Utopia Ray. Although I would have opted for main phase 2 to do that, in the off chance that our player in the blue has Honest. That way he would attack with his Utopia, and if he wanted to drop Honest on his own Utopia, then it would have been good. Because Utopia Ray does not have the effect bonus until your life is only at 1,000 or less. So if you're wondering what Utopia Ray's effect is, you can just overlay once Utopia is on the field, and if you have 1,000 or less life, you can detach one XYZ material to have it gain 500 attack, and one monster loses 500 attack. So Trag is at 24, and so Trag will just die. But I mean, it realistically didn't matter, but again, I think the better option definitely would have been to wait and attack with Utopia and then overlay after. So a Dark Hole will come out, and that will put more materials for our player in the blue in the graveyard, and that will allow him to go for Judgment Dragon if he happens to have it. So let's see what our player... Oh, Judgment Dragon. And the thing is, like, Solemn Warning doesn't hurt Judgment Dragon that much. I mean, yeah, you get to save your field, if you have a field. Yeah, exactly. Don't you love Lightsworn player? Because he needed to summon both, because he only has, you know, 2,000 life, and that's basically how Lightsworn plays. I mean, he can just do stuff like that, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Now I can game you. Although I would have said Blacklist Soldier's not that great to summon. There was no point to it. I mean, he only had 2,200, and if the off chance that he dropped a Battle Fader, he could have paid 1,000 to blow up the field anyway, so yeah, that's just a game of Lightsworn for you. It's just how the game plays. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.